Hey! It's that time once again. Yes, indeed. You know, we thought we'd just mix it up a little bit last time. And I was like, well, let's just do that again. That's fun.
Do it. I like it.
So come on and sing your blues away. It's time once again for the Champion Brothers ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, or
Let's talk some Southern gospel.
right over there's Neal.
And Chris is, let me think about this. He's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right there.
We're back to talk about a bunch of good events that's coming up. We're going to play some quartet music tonight. We're just going to put it on you. Is that all right?
Indeed. Let's do that very thing.
So you want to run through the announcements first and then get to the special singers, or do the special singers and then do the announcements at the end, or just kind of mix it up?
Yes and yes and yes. Yeah, let's do all the above. Well, we can't do it all if we do the announcement first, but do the announcement.
Well, the main thing we want to tell you about is coming up on Saturday night, September 14th at the Vernon City Complex. The Champion Brothers are bringing it back to Vernon, Alabama with our special guest, the Kellys, out of Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. They're going to come and bless your heart with some great quartet music. Chosen Witness and Faithful Friends will be singing a little bit more too, maybe a surprise or two or three, kind of indirectly related to the Kellys in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We'll just keep it going like that for a little bit, but it won't cost you anything to come on in and enjoy a night of some fabulous gospel music. And we just love to see you there. It's very easy to find. Just go to Vernon, Alabama. Just look it up on the Google or the Wave or the Waze or the Apple Maps or whatever. And when you get right there to the heart of Vernon, Alabama, where highways 17 and 18 intersect, you'll be there, because it's right there. The old Lamar County High School Auditorium is the room that we'll be in. And we want to see you there on September 14th, coming up real soon. At 6 o'clock will be starting time to come and enjoy a great night of some good gospel music with the Kellys and Chosen Witness and Faithful Friends. We want to see you there too.
We do.
Do you want to go ahead and do the other announcements first, or what?
You can, yeah, because somebody might down the road just watch a little bit of it, and then maybe they get both announcements.
These are Faithful Friends related announcements, the next two, but coming up this Saturday night. Now, this is a whole lot of information, so I'm not going to make you read all of it, but just to give you the thumbnail version of it, there's going to be a barbecue benefit singing and eating this Saturday night, August 31st at Springfield Free Will Baptist Church, which is located at 1474 Springfield Road in Vernon. They'll be serving food from 4 until 6 p.m. and then along about 6 o'clock, Faithful Friends and the Jeff Long Band. Are you kidding me? There's somebody we need to have on with us sometime if he can figure it out. I don't know.
We could, if we can keep up with
on there
it
and points and clicks and stuff, but we ought to have Jeff Long on here sometime. But Jeff Long Band and Faithful Friends will be singing for a while. It's for a mighty good cause. John Stanford out of Kennedy was in a pretty bad motorcycle wreck not long ago and has had to have a lot of extensive surgeries, and I had multiple broken bones and all that. So this is just a fundraiser to raise some funds for him and his family, as that care is going to be a long drawn out process. So a lot of folks have donated to the food part of the program. Faithful Friends and Jeff Long Band are donating our time to come and sing a little bit. And there's a couple of little ways you can donate if you can't come to the singing. You can do so by Venmo or Cash App. That's what the young'uns use now instead of just paying them with pictures of dead presidents. But the Venmo and the Cash App information is there on the bottom of the screen, or if you need it, just let us know and we'll get that to you. But I'd love to help out the John Stanford family, and we'll be doing that this Saturday night starting at 6 o'clock with the singing. But come on at 4 and get you some barbecue and have a big barbecue plate, or you can get you a sandwich and a drink and all that. And it's all going to a very good cause. So come and be with us if you can. And then one more right quick, just to satisfy all the requests that we've gotten for the announcements. Coming up on Sunday, September 8th, starting at 10:30. Faithful Friends is honored to be a part of Ethelsville Baptist Church's 200th anniversary. We'll be there singing, and Dr. Rick Lance will be the guest speaker that day. So come on down to Ethelsville. A lot of folks that we know and love down in that area and have known pretty much all of our lives, and just honored to get to be a part of that at Ethelsville Baptist Church for their 200th anniversary coming up on Sunday, September 8th at 10:30. So I hope you can come be with us there too.
I can promise you that'll be good as well.
All right. That's a look at church news. We'll take a break and be back in no, wait a minute. That was this morning on the morning call. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I noticed Megan Esworth was joining us tonight, and she asked about sharing a prayer request, and I would say absolutely, Megan.
Yes, ma'am.
Prayer request.
Help yourself.
Flow right there across those YouTube announcements, YouTube comments, and people can see that. So
yeah,
absolutely share.
And Brad Shackelford says, thanks, guys. He's the one that's put all this together for Saturday night, and I appreciate him dropping by in with us as well. So
is he doing all the barbecue?
I'm not sure. If Brad, usually if it's got something to do with barbecue, I can't remember. I think he told me that he was, or what, I don't know. He'll answer here in just a second.
He will.
Now, can we go into confessional time on the program tonight?
Please do. We'll pause for a solemn moment.
Well, and I've wrestled with myself, and I've wrestled with myself, and I've wrestled with myself about this, but I'm not going to tell it now. We'll come back to that later.
Okay.
I'll say this.
Solemn and then for nothing.
I say this, Brad, go look at your poster and then get back with me and compare your poster to that poster, and then we'll talk. Now,
okay.
For a little while, I made my living as a newspaper guy, and part of my job was proofreading the newspaper every week. And now I feel like if I see something that ain't quite right, and if I call it to somebody's attention, I get the feeling they'll say, well, you just being a smart aleck, and I don't want to do that. So anyway.
You're being a smart aleck, actually. You spotted it.
But anyway, look here. Sound Street checks in and says, hey, guys, thanks for having us this past summer. So, yeah, I'm assuming that's Jared, but I don't know. It may be Amber. It could be Jaylee.
Sound Street.
Could be any of them. But, yes.
Absolutely. Great time.
Yes. What a great time we had at that back in Vernon. When was that? And that was May 32nd, wasn't it?
It was May 32nd. It was the night that I dressed up like the abominable snowman because I forgot my suit, and I went out and bought a white shirt. I looked like the abominable snowman that night.
Stop it. Look at here. Riley Wheeler says, hey, young folks.
Wow. Thank you there, sir.
Is that what they call an underhanded comment? I don't know. I mean, a compliment. But anyway,
sure
Brian Park checking in says he's watching from Northeast Ohio. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you dropping in.
Yeah.
And they're just coming on in quickly here tonight. We appreciate it. And we do want you and encourage you that if you are watching us, just hit that like button. Let us know that you're there. Or if you want to throw in a comment, we would be glad to share that with the folks too. And appreciate all of those. And be sure and check those comments too, because we get prayer requests posted in there and that kind of good stuff. So just all kind of activity going on in the comments section. So be sure and check that out as well. Quartet music. That's what we're doing tonight, isn't it?
Let's play some. Yeah.
Okay.
We had some great quartets. And then last week we had some more great quartets.
Yeah.
Well, tonight there's still more great quartets. There's been a lot of quartets over the years, you know it.
We could keep doing this for a long time and not run out of good quartets.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily picking out, all of them's number one top hit that everybody recognizes. You said it before. We can do what we want to, and songs that I like that they did. But they're all really good quartets, and all of them were around during the time of vinyl and LPs. So far, we hadn't played any that's come along since it was just CDs, and there's been a lot of good ones and are today.
Oh, yeah.
Man, but we're going vinyl and backwards is ones we're sharing and talking about. So anyway.
What you got first? What you got picked out for us?
For the show today.
Mighty fine.
I was thinking about the Prophets.
Yeah.
I think looking at as I started looking and gathering old records, I think they recorded about one album a month for about 27 years, I think. Man, they got a big body of work out there.
Yeah.
Of course, Mr. Ed Hill was a longtime member. I guess as long as there was the Prophets, it was Mr. Ed Hill was a part of them. But this is one that I like. Now, when I first heard a little bit of this, you remember when Gold City recorded in the Ivan and Brian days, getting ready to leave this world?
Yeah.
And they stuck a little chorus in there, a little tag, packing up. I'm packing up, getting ready. Well, this is that song. This is
really
Packing Up.
All right.
I assume where they got that chorus they stuck in there, and I just loved it. So let's share it from the album Packing Up, the song Packing Up from back in 1962 by the Prophets.
I am on my way to Jerusalem, where the sun will never go down. Every day I'm making preparation, I'm packing, get ready to go. Packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. God, I'm packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. Packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. Packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go. Got my soul, sword and shield, got my ticket, and it's real. Gonna pack it, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. I'm packing up, get ready to go. You know I pray, get ready to go, and earnest prayer, get ready to go. King Jesus will meet me there, get ready to go. Then I'll tell him to make me stronger, get ready to go. 'Cause I can't get ready to go. Hold up no longer when the wheel begins to turn, when the fire begins to burn. I'm packing, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. I'm packing up, get ready to go, packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. I'm packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. Packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. Packing up, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. Got my soul, sword and shield, got my ticket, and it's real. Lord, I'm packing, get ready to go, get ready to go, get ready to go. I'm packing up, get ready to go. Get on, Paul, little children, get on, Paul, little children, get on, Paul, little children. There's a 4 million more, get on, Paul, little children, get on, Paul, little children, get on, Paul, little children. There's a 4 million more. Packing up, get ready to go. Packing up, packing up, packing up, packing up, packing up, packing up.
The Prophets Quartet and Packing Up, title song of their 1962 album. That's good stuff right there.
What do you think about it?
Ah, man, that was recorded before me or you either one got here. That's hard to
Before I
believe.
discovered America. You're right. And I hadn't read any official record of that being where Gold City got that, but wouldn't you agree with me? That's got to be where they got that. Wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
and
packing up, getting ready.
Brother
to go.
Cousin Scott agrees too. He said he just learned something.
Oh, look
Didn't
at
know
that.
that Gold City Bridge came from the Prophets. Now, what right there at the end, they sung something else.
You're right.
This is how bad it is to get old. I don't even remember what it was, but I'm like, okay, so next week on the program, we're going to find that song and say, well, the Prophet stuck that on there.
We may.
But
Scott calls
anyway,
himself Papa on Southern Gospel Forward, but when he watches us really young, old folks, then he can learn stuff like it. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Rachel Bain says, evening, y'all. Boo Shaw said that he heard Sound Street on 96.1 The Blessing out of Tuscaloosa yesterday, and Jaylee was still tearing it up. Well, yeah, she's singing it. Didn't I say, I think her 16th birthday was a week or so ago.
Yep.
Don't remember the exact day.
Yeah.
And speaking of birthdays, it's Eli Champion Day. He's 18 today. Can you believe that?
Man, he's 18, ain't he?
I can't believe it. But anyway, some more howdies right quick. Danley Bryant checking in with us, and Nina Harrison and Brenda St. Pierre and Lana Bryant Lawler. Glad to have y'all checking in with us tonight. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, I just, you get the memories on your phone, from days gone by, and it was like, well, this was 2 years ago, and this was 3 years ago, and then you get to 16 years ago when he was having his second birthday. I'm like, wait a minute, that was like week before last, wasn't it?
Man, yeah.
But it is extremely quiet here at Champion Estates because everybody but me is at the beach this week. Now, nobody's mad at anybody. It's just, worked out that I didn't get to go this time. But truth be told, I'm not a beach guy anyway. So, I'm not crying because I didn't get to go. I'm crying because they're all gone. And even the dogs are gone. This may be the first and only Champion Brothers broadcast that we don't have a dog interruption at some point.
I hope you got some white noise, something playing around.
Oh, yes, I do. I do. Most certainly do. But yeah, it's been extremely quiet around here this week. So let's play some music and perk it up. You want to?
Let's do that. Yeah. Another quartet I thought about was made up of two other quartets. If you know what I mean, the Masters 5. Boy, when Rosie Roselle, Jake Hess, James Blackwood, J.D. Sumner, and Hovey Lister came together, boy, you talking about an all-star kind of quartet, the Masters 5. Remember us going and seeing them? They were at the high school in Sullivan, Alabama, back in the, what was that, late 70s, maybe, early 80s? I don't remember. I can't remember exactly.
Early to mid 80s, I think.
Yeah, I think this album was 81, I believe. And this is the debut album that this song we're going to play came from. A song that you and Daddy and I sang. We actually picked it up from a Kingsman recording, I think. I don't remember if that was just a table project or if they actually had it on one of their label albums or what, but they kind of picked it up a little and we did it more like they did. But hey, when Jake Hess delivers it, there you go. That's the way you're going to hear it the rest of your life. And that's what's going to happen. So listen to the Masters 5 deliver You and Me, Jesus.
They said I'd never make it. They said I would not last. They said I'd never get away from all the sin in my past. They said I would not last a day. They said I'd be right back. But here I am still with you, Lord, and I wonder where they're at. Oh, you and me, Jesus, we sure fooled them all. They just thought they knew for sure that I was gonna fall. I'm sure far from perfect, as you can plainly see. But after all these years, oh Lord, it's still you and me. My friends, they all did leave me. They hung me out to dry. Sometimes I get so lonesome, Lord, I just hang my head and cry. I guess they thought they'd show me, and I guess they had their fun. But it really does not matter much, 'cause you're still number one. Oh, you and me, Jesus, we sure fooled them all. They just thought they knew for sure that I was gonna fall. I'm sure far from perfect, as you can plainly see. But after all these years, oh Lord, it's still you and me. After all these years, oh Lord, it's still you and me.
The Masters 5 and You and Me, Jesus, here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. And a fun story about that, and we'll talk a little bit more about it here in a second, Neal, about the song itself. But I don't remember. I'm assuming it was one of the years that we were going to FFA state competition. Because I remember we were somewhere between Tuscaloosa and Centerville. And I think I would remember it right. I was riding with Mr. Wayman Fields, and I think he put this album in. So I'm thinking it would have been, that was 81. So I don't remember, because I know we went to state that year. Do you remember that at all? Or I don't even know if me and you were, I don't remember if me and you were in the same vehicle or not. Yeah, but I remember Mr. Wayman playing me this Masters 5, and we just flipped out, just thought that was just something that they had put that group together.
Right.
So anyway, so that's story one. I was looking up on the Southern Gospel History page, and the Kingsmen in 1982 on the Your Ride's on the Way album recorded a song, and they titled it on there, It's You and Me, Jesus. Now, I'm not sure if that's the same song or not, because they re-released it later on one of their like compilation deals, A Ton of Fun Memories. I think that was in the 90s, but I'm thinking that's the same song, and they just called it It's You and Me, Jesus. But may not be. I don't know. That didn't cost you any extra. I just felt like sharing this morning or this evening or whatever it is. This morning somewhere.
From the We Can Do Whatever We Want To department.
Yeah.
This night of sharing great quartet. I want to just give them a taste of what the trio, the Bama Boys there in the early 80s did with that song.
Oh, you got it loaded up? Yeah, okay. I see it now.
Let's listen to our daddy sing.
Hang on just a second. Let me see. I'm queuing it up right so it'll start right.
We ain't necessarily got a cover or nothing. Actually, we got one picture maybe in here that's basically the group.
Yeah.
Got old Red in there on the picture.
Well, let me play it while you're looking for that picture. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
They said I'd never make it. They said I would not last. They said I'd never get away from all the sin in my past. They said I would not last a day. They said I'd be right back. Here I am still with you, Lord, but I wonder where they're at. Oh, you and me, Jesus, we sure fooled them all. They just thought they knew for sure that I was gonna fall. I'm sure far from perfect, as you can plainly see. But after all these years, oh Lord, it's still you and me. Sometimes I'd get so lonesome, Lord, I'd just hang my head and cry. I guess they thought they'd show me, I guess they've had their fun. But it really doesn't matter that much, 'cause you're still number one. Oh, you and me, Jesus, we sure fooled them all. They just thought they knew for sure that I was gonna fall. I'm sure far from perfect, as you can plainly see. But after all these years, oh Lord, it's still you and me. It's still you and me.
There you go. There's you some Bama Boys. Leave that picture up a second. I got comments. You and me, Jesus. I'll get over here where you can say, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll just do it right behind
here. Yeah.
We're both of our faces are already on the screen anyway. So
yeah. Behind my big old Coke bottle bottom glasses that I wore. Yeah.
But I was so intrigued by all the things that you see in this picture. Number one, Daddy's got on a calculator watch. And not too long. I don't think I had one yet. But every watch I think I have ever owned since around that time has had a calculator on it. I guess Daddy influenced me that way. So
there you go.
I mean, nowadays it's like everything else, and it's all in. I mean, we carry computers in our pocket that are 10 times more powerful than the first computers that we had. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I just second thing. Somebody had posted a video or a link to a video of the Kingsmen at the Joyful Noise Supper Club. And it was in the 80s. And Ray Dean and Ed Crawford were both sick at home with the flu. So Eldridge Fox sung bass and Arthur Rice sung baritone. And they did an 1.5-hour concert. They brought up some special guests, some folks that was there that they knew and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just one of those, I normally don't think about, well, man, that kind of looks like me. But Greg Fox in that video kind of looked like me.
Really?
Or I kind of looked like Greg Fox, one of the two. And it was around that same time, because that was probably early 80s right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
So I thought that was funny. So sometime I'll have to go pull that video and show you what I'm talking about. And then the other two things, that was in the world famous Bucket Coliseum that's no longer standing in Millport, the Millport High School gym.
Right.
And the no smoking painted on the wall. I think that's hilarious right there by my left ear.
Yeah.
And then right above my head, they probably didn't have, what is it, Alabama Foundation Experts that runs on the, look at that crack going down the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1,000 wonders that building, stood on its own before they actually knocked it down. But yeah, ton of good memories in that building. That was on the end down there by the girls' dressing room, which I think is over behind where we were standing there, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But anyway, a lot of good memories in that picture. Again, that didn't cost you any extra. I just felt like sharing. Let's take a look at some comments and some howdies and all that. Let me say hey to Lindsay Smith that's checked in with us, as well as Blaine Rayleigh. And Johnny Parrish checked in. Where is it? There we go. She says, hello, all. Brad was commenting on being young. He said he was born in 81. Yeah.
Well, I finished high school in 81.
Yippee for you. But he sang that song in church at 5 years old, You and Me, Jesus. So there you go. Ken Cook says, hello, guys. Hello.
Show's official now. Mr. Cook's watching.
Okay. Yep. So anyway, just want to catch up on that a little bit. So,
all right.
I think that catches us up on everybody.
All right.
You want to play another song, or you want to do another round of announcements?
Let's go ahead and do another quartet right here.
Okay.
I think the notes that I sent you definitely did not have the correct group members out beside this quartet.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I went to I went to Southern Gospel History and made my best guess based on what they had. But
did you? Okay.
And I don't know. I have no idea if it's right or not. But I came up with Burl Strevel, Ace Richmond, Eddie Wallace, and Fred Daniel. But it may or may not be correct.
I'll go with that.
Somebody that's a lot older than me and you both would have to correct us on that. And I'm not sure if they're here tonight, but
right.
But anyway, the Sunshine Boys, that's who we're talking about.
That's
what
right.
You got to tell about that one?
It's just another one of them songs that I liked. I mean, I've got 4 or 5 albums of the Sunshine Boys, and I just kind of went through, and this one just kind of jumped out at me as one of the ones I really like. Good quartet song. And so, yeah, let's just share it from the Sunshine Boys. Every day will be Sunday.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. It wouldn't be a Champion Brothers broadcast if I didn't mess one thing up. So let me see.
All right.
It ain't wanting the G-Haul just right. Now I think we got it.
By and by, when we reach that home on the other side, when we get sick, he'll hear our prayer. Every day will be Sunday by and by. Oh, by and by, when we reach that home on the other side, when we get sick, he'll hear our prayer. Every day it will be Sunday by and by.
Now when we reach that city's so bright and fair, all of my friends and loved ones who gonna welcome me there. I'm gonna put on a long white robe, lay down their head alone every day will be Sunday by and by. On Monday,
I'm gonna tell the story, shout with the saints in glory, take a walk in the garden of Eden. I just want to enjoy the land of freedom. I'll be free from pain and misery. I'll sit down and rest with the weary. On Saturday, look up, John, Joe, and Eli. Whoo! I got to say, it's gonna bring the fire. Every day will be Sunday by and by.
Now when we reach that city's all bright and fair. All of my friends and loved ones who gonna welcome me there. I'm gonna put on my long white robe, lay down the heavy load. Every day will be Sunday by and by. Well, by and by, when we reach that home on the other side, when we get sick, he'll hear it, I pray. Every day will be Sunday by and by. On I'm gonna tell a story, shout with the saints in glory. Take a walk in the Garden of Eden, I just want to enjoy the land of freedom. I'm free from pain and misery, sit down and rest with the weary on Saturday. Look up John Job and out, my God said he's gonna bring the fire. Every day will be Sunday by and by, Sunday by and by.
There's you some Sunshine Boys music, and every day will be Sunday by and by here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. All right, I forgot about that. The picture was on there.
Yeah, it's there, and it still didn't help me. So
I know Fred Daniel is second from the left, and I'm pretty sure that's Burl Strevel second from the right. Now the other three gentlemen I don't know by seeing them, so
okay,
somebody might know or might want to look it up or whatever, but yeah, I do know those two. So and I didn't even think about it. I sit there and listen to the whole song, but I was looking down because I was listening and like looked up and I was like, well, shoot, there's a picture right there.
it is. I just know they did some fine quartet singing. There was a whole lot of that true 4-part harmony in that song.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say, I think the Fairfield Four recorded that.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm not positive, but I know I've heard a black group do it and wear it out just like they did. So,
okay. I'm sure that was good.
But anyway, so, all right. You know, we're on the SBM ministry. We hijack their page. You know, they have all their Southern Gospel Forward with all the young'uns, and then we hijack it and come in and do the old people stuff.
Yeah.
And so we get a lot of viewers from that. And now they're just, you know, they're rubbing it in bad. Rachel says she was born in 81 too, but wasn't going to say it. To which Scott replies, bragger. Megan says she was born in 83. Oh, stop it.
Here we go.
Just stop it.
Younger and younger and younger and younger. Yep.
Yep, indeed. So anyway, now what are you going to do?
Let's tell them about a singing that's coming up in Vernon.
All right.
Is the main reason we even started having
it's your turn to talk about it while I'm looking to see if the Fairfield Four recorded every day by Sunday, because that's on my brain right now.
From Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, we are going to be blessed to hear the Kellys, a mighty fine Southern Gospel quartet. Been hearing John Kelly himself sing since back in since a long time ago when we used to go up there to the Tennessee Valley Jamboree, and John is definitely a singing machine.
Back when a bunch of people that's commenting tonight was babies.
Right, exactly. For sure. Yeah, for sure. And these three guys he's got with him now, the quartet, have been with him for more than 20 years. So they've definitely gelled and got a really good sound. Do a lot of good traditional quartet music. So, I mean, you can't help but enjoy it if you like anything to do with Southern Gospel music. And if you don't know if you like Southern Gospel, come that night and you'll hear Southern Gospel. Let me tell you. Yes, it's going to be Saturday night, September 14th, right there in Vernon, the Vernon City Complex, the old Lamar County High School auditorium. 6 o'clock is when we'll get started. We usually open doors around 5 or so and start letting people in. And we just want you to come. It won't cost you anything to get in, so money cannot be a reason for not coming. We do give everyone there the opportunity to give and help support to carry on events like this in our area, in Vernon, in Fayette, that we're bringing the Southern Gospel events to. So you'll have your chance to support it, but not a requirement. Could come anyway. There is a number there you can call if you have any questions about it, or you can give us that call. Faithful Friends will be singing. Chosen Witness will be singing. We'll be the odd man out because we're the trio that's going to be there that night. It's going to be two good quartets. But just come and be with us right there at Vernon. The Kellys coming from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. And speaking of the Kellys,
Yes.
Why don't we just hear some Kellys? How about that?
Okay.
I believe their latest recording is one entitled, the title is Room on the Rock. And we played that last week, actually shared it with you. I'm definitely going to reach out to John Kelly. We're going to get him to come on here and talk to us, and he can straighten us out if that's not the latest one, but I believe that's the latest one. But another song off that project that I really like was this song, a good quartet song. It's called One Glimpse. So yeah, just take a listen to this and you'll see what I'm talking about. We're talking Southern gospel quartet music. So let's listen to the Kellys right now.
Often as I travel on this journey to the land of endless day, I am pressed on every side to turn and go astray. But the Master daily leads me and he holds my hand, giving me a glimpse of what is waiting over in the glory land. Well, just one glimpse of heaven over on the other side keeps me headed in the right direction, keeping me satisfied. Well, I will not linger over in the shadow. Here's what I will do. I'll keep heading toward the light of heaven. Just one glimpse will do. Earth and all its treasures cannot make me turn away from where I'm bound. For I know the kingdom waiting is the greatest ever found. And each day I read the pages in God's word we find, telling me about the joy that's waiting, and I know it will be mine. Well, just one glimpse of heaven over on the other side keeps me headed in the right direction, keeping me satisfied. Well, I will not linger over in the shadow. Here's what I will do. I'll keep headed toward the light of heaven. Just one glimpse will do. Well, just one glimpse of heaven over on the other side keeps me headed in the right direction, keeping me satisfied. Well, I will not linger over in the shadow. Here's what I will do. I'll keep heading toward the light of heaven. Just one glimpse will do. I will not linger over in the shadow. Here's what I will do. I'll keep heading toward the light of heaven. Just one glimpse will do.
The Kellys and One Glimpse here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. They're coming to Vernon on September 14th. We want to see you there too.
Indeed. Fine, fine, fine gospel music.
Yes, sir. Let me see. Let me get caught up here. I think Jerry McCrary checked in. Good to see you, Jerry. Got to see him for the first time in a long time, not too long ago.
Really?
Judy Armstrong checking in as well. Glad to see y'all. Thank you so much. And
yeah, Scott asked something about a secret about that night. About after
I texted him. I said it's more like a surprise than a secret. So.
Yeah. There will be something that goes on there right after intermission time that a lot of people that know us, that have known us for years and all, I think will really have a good time with and appreciate. So there you go. But come to be able to see it and hear it and know about it and all that kind of stuff.
And let me look over here for a second. Jonathan Sawery don't do the social media very much, I don't think, but he ought to get on the Facebook, join it just to watch us, because the Hogs are beating Arkansas Pine Bluff 35-0, not even halfway through the second quarter. So,
oh my, oh my. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to text Jonathan a little bit and say, all right, you've called the Hogs. Now come on over here and join us. There's somebody else we ought to get on here one night. He probably ain't smart enough to figure it out, but how to get on here.
Find somebody, young folk around somewhere that can show him how. Surely, I'd love to just sit back and not say a word and just listen.
Oh yeah, he's one of those you can say, "Good evening, Jonathan. How you doing?" And we could walk away, and 2 hours later, come back.
Yeah, I'm sorry from the Classic Melody Boys Quartet.
Yes, indeed.
would be good.
Well, let's see. Somebody's blowing up my phone. Brad, I'm trying to do a show here. Come on, man. I'm messing with you.
Just
He
like
just sent me a,
driving. You're trying to drive this show and he's wanting you to look away, get distracted.
it's all right. He just sent me something. He looked it up for me. A black group that did Every Day Will Be Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So I was teasing. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So there you go.
Let's play another quartet. What do you think? We got a few more here to share.
All right. What you
about
got
them?
queued up for us?
How about them South Carolina boys? No, they were called not South Carolina boys. They were called the Palmetto State Quartet.
Yes.
They were fine, wasn't they? And when I think of them, I think about that time, the little stretch when Harold Gilly was with them. I think that was a really good time. But they had been singing for years and years. Great gospel music, and one of their albums, LPs that I've got is titled Classic Southern Gospel, and this is a song that I love from there. And if I'm not mistaken, did the Mac Adams Quartet sing this song?
I think so. I think I remember them singing
hear
it.
Hartwood and Donald Mack both on this album almost singing it, because I think we heard them sing it lots of times. But Palmetto State does a great job on Justice Called and Mercy Answered.
Once I was lost, deep down in sin, but Christ my Lord then took me in. My soul was on destruction's road. Then Christ came in and took my Lord.
For justice called, and mercy answered.
Jesus heard my feeble plea. Though I've been there 10,000 years, I will be there because of love. For justice called, and mercy answered.
Justice called, and mercy answered.
Jesus heard my feeble plea. Though I've been there 10,000 years, I will be there because of love. For justice called, and mercy answered.
Justice called, and mercy answered.
Jesus heard my feeble plea. Though I've been there 10,000 years, I will be there because of love. For justice called, and mercy answered.
The Palmetto State Quartet from 1986, and Justice Called and Mercy Answered here on the Champion Brothers broadcast.
Indeed.
That's good stuff right there with a pair of Jacks in the middle.
That's
Jack
right.
Bagwell and Jack Pittman.
But couldn't you hear Milford, Donald Mack, and Harwood singing right in the middle of all that?
Ken, if you're still here, did you sing that with them? I'm just curious. He may can tell us. I don't know, but I couldn't remember if it was pre-Ken or with Ken. But
Megan Edgeworth said that I know that the Primitives recorded that song as well. And no, I didn't, but I'm not really sure how you got that kind of mental telepathy and you know what group we're fixing to play next, but I guess you do.
And Ken said, no, sir, he didn't sing
He
it.
didn't
with
sing it
us.
with that. No, I think it was Milford and Donald Mack and Harwood and John Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mal Mallory says, good evening. Good to hear from you,
Mal.
Mal. Appreciate that. And let me see if anybody else has checked in. I think we caught up on everybody. And then Scott, back to the whole old thing. Scott says that his oldest co-host on Southern Gospel Forward was born in 2000. Yeah, I can get that.
His oldest co-host.
Yeah. Bless him.
Y2K.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm playing around because I found out this thing that we used to do it allegedly had a bunch of new features that were rolled out. And one of them was that, but I don't think I thought it said that you could like invite somebody to be on with you from a comment, but I don't think it was from a Facebook or a YouTube comment, which is where most of ours are coming from. So
Right.
I'll have to investigate that. So,
all right.
But Philip Thornell says, hello, fellas, let's sing. All right. What you got queued up for us next, Lester?
I'm thinking about in honor of our dedicated listener and viewer, Mr. Billy Shaw. We're going to bring in some primitive quartet music.
Mighty fine.
Mighty fine, mighty fine. This is one that I went and got again, an album that I've got that's a song that I love and remember them singing, and I've listened to it many, many, many times in the digitized version of it. And so yeah, let's get some primitive quartet music going with the song off the self-titled album, off the album titled Fallen Leaves.
Fallen leaves that lie scattered on the ground. The birds and flowers that were here cannot be found. All the friends he ever had are not around. They are scattered like the leaves upon the ground. Lord, let my eyes see every need of every man. Make me stop and always lend a helping hand. Then when I'm laid beneath that little grassy mound, there'll be more friends around than leaves upon the ground. Some folks drift along through life and never thrill to the feeling that a good deed brings until it's too late and they are ready to lie down there beneath the leaves scattered on the ground. There's no use taking any gold. You can't use it when it's time for hands to fold. When you leave this earth for a better home someday, the only thing you take is what you gave away. Fallen leaves that lie scattered on the ground. The birds and flowers that were here cannot be found. All the friends he ever had are not around. They are scattered like
the ground. They are scattered like the leaves upon the ground.
That's just good music right there. That's all there is to it. The Primitive Quartet and Fallen Leaves here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. I was thinking about it during that while I was listening to it. I want to say that's the first song that I ever remember hearing by the Primitive Quartet.
Really?
I know they recorded it. You put down 71 was when they did that album, but I think they re-recorded it at least once or twice more. I'm not positive, but yeah. But left to right there, Reagan Riddle with his Jack Law's hair on. I mean, just the first glance, that looks like Jack Law's hair.
It does.
And then Brother Norman Wilson, and then Mike Riddle, which I will always say, until somebody comes along that's better, he's the best guitar player I've ever heard. And Larry Riddle down there on the end singing the bass, and probably, in my opinion, the most underrated bass singer that Southern gospel music has ever known. Because he was always, just kind of in the background there, but sometimes, boy, he would just bear down and knock the bottom out of it. It was just like you didn't notice it because all of the bluegrass harmony and all the instruments going and all that, but mighty, mighty fine. I wish they wouldn't have quit when they did, but I understand why. But Jeff Talbert and Primitive Road is carrying on the tradition. But yeah, good stuff from the Primitive Quartet and Fallen Leaves. I think I played it on here before, but my favorite Primitive Quartet song is Oh Shoot, When the Sun of My Life Goes Down. So, I snuck that on here a few times, but that just eats me alive every time I hear that. So what are we going to play a song and wrap up, or wrap up and play a song? So
you call it.
Well, I was going to, because it was more story time.
Okay.
With Uncle Chris here, because you had the Singing Americans on here. And when I created it, I used the Live and Alive, which did I tell you about this? I know I told you that me and Ken went down your basement the other night and was admiring your record collection.
Yeah.
But you had the Live and Alive, and then the album at this song that we're going to play laying out there on a stool. And I picked them up, and I told Ken, I said, well, if not my two favorite albums of all time, this is certainly in two of the top 5 albums of all time. Was that Live and Alive, and then the one that followed it up, Black and White. And a lot of history behind that, because Black and White had 2 different versions of it. They had the Mike English version, and then he left the group. They brought on Clayton Inman. He went back in and re-recorded the lead part, and they re-released the album with Clayton's picture on it. So when somebody tells me they got to Singing Americans Black and White album, I was like, well, you got the Clayton version or the Michael version?
Yep, I got the Michael version. That's what we're playing. That's the picture I got.
And so, and the backstory, Ken and I came to your house and hung out with Mama for a little while y'all were singing Sunday, and just had a splendid time. And so then we started home, and I said, can we listen to them Singing Americans album? So we listened to both of them. Well, we listened to all of the Live and Alive and most of the Black and White, and I finished listening to it on the way to the house after I dropped Ken off. But that was some timely putting that in the lineup tonight, because I just listened to it for the first time. And then, there again, back to the old stuff. I was like, man, that was 40 years ago. Live and Alive was recorded in 1984.
Right.
Black and White was in 85.
Goodness.
But tell me about this one that you picked out to play.
Oh, it was just one of my favorites off the album, and it's one that back in the days of the Bama Boys, we just sung the songs we liked, and this is one that we picked up and sung. I can hear Brent Aldridge just letting out on that guitar, boy, on the intro. I remember. But yeah, this is just a great song called Victory Side.
There's a place where flowers grace the dry desert floor, where the there's still a fountain flowing from the mountainside. There the angry waves of life are calmed by peaceful shore. Faith lets you ride and stop just short of heaven on the victory side. Victory all around us, far removed from the fear. All who have there are bound, resounding with cheer. Though we haven't made it home, over the mystic foam we now reside, temporary on the victory side.
I have it laden down with Satan's defeat. Do you feel disgrace, but there's just no place to hide. Didn't anyone tell you he's already been beat when Jesus died? So stop just short of heaven on the victory side.
Victory all around us, far removed from the fear. All who have there are found, resounding with cheer. Though we haven't made it home, over the mystic foam we now reside, temporary on the victory side. Victory all around us, far removed from the fear. All who have there are found, resounding with cheer. Though we haven't made it home, over the mystic foam we now reside, temporary, temporary, temporary on the victory side.
There you go, Singing Americans and Victory Side here on the Champion Brothers broadcast. That's a fine one to wrap it up with tonight. Did we ever learn the words to that, or did figure out what those words were?
We
I
kind
was
of
thinking about that when we were listening
Yeah.
to it the other night coming home. But
I don't know that we ever really sung whatever was originally written. We may not have. You gonna look them up?
I don't know if I can find it or not, because it's
While you do, let me
kind
say,
of an obscure song. But
try to look it up right quick, and I will say that Megan Edgeworth is on her game, because she's exactly right. I had a typo in there about when that album was recorded. It wasn't 71. That particular Fallen Leaves album by the Primitives was recorded in 79.
oh yeah, okay.
What my note said, and yeah, my note was a typo. 79 is when Fallen Leaves. But now back to Victory Side.
Well, let me see. I'm seeing. Well, somebody. Let me think. Hang on, I'm looking. I found one site, because apparently Ernie Haas and Signature Sound recorded that song,
Right. Yep.
and I think we sung "There's a Place Where Flowers Grace the Dry Desert Floor," didn't we?
Yes, I think so.
Here it says "Flowers Graze the Dry Desert Floor."
There you go. So we sung that line wrong.
So that one, and then let's see. And who knows? You look it up on the internet, and you don't know if it's true or not. But it says the chorus is "Victory all around us, far removed from the fields. All who are there abounding, resounding with cheer." That's too many words.
Yeah. Interesting.
Or no, I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway. And did we say misty foam or mystic foam?
We said mystic.
Yeah. That's
because it's in the day when we learned it, there wasn't no internet to even go look on. And
oh no.
We heard it on the radio, and we had to try to figure out what they were saying, write them down, and then learn them.
Yep. And there's been several that, both country and gospel songs. It's like, wait a minute, they're saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Indeed.
But anyway, good stuff.
Yeah.
And,
speaking of wrapping up,
Ken said outstanding. I just blew past it and didn't put it up there, but he was when we were talking about me and him listening to those albums coming home the other night. So
right.
Anyway, speaking of wrapping up,
yeah, the Kellys are coming to Vernon on the 14th of September. Right there at the Vernon Civic Complex, 6 p.m. is when they'll start. The Kellys will do some mighty fine quartet singing, as well as Faithful Friends will do some fine quartet singing. Chosen Witness will just do some Chosen Witness singing, and we'll have a good time. There'll be a little something extra thrown in the middle there too. You just got to come see what it is. And then also on this graphic I put up there, we've got one more. Do you believe we've only got one more after after the
Oh, no,
14th.
gets by in a hurry.
We were just throwing up that graphic that had 6 for the year on it, 3 in Vernon, 3 in Fayette. And boy, we're getting close. But the Dixie Echoes, they've been with us every year we've had these, and they're going to be back with us in November. They're in Fayette, November 9th at the Fayette Civic Center, 6 p.m. We'll have the Dixie Echoes back again this year. They've got as smooth a sound as they've ever had with their current lineup, and Scoot singing that bass. You'll enjoy the Dixie Echoes. So you need to be there in Fayette. You need to be in Vernon on the 14th of September, Saturday night, 6 p.m. to hear the Kellys. So be sure you put it down. Be sure you tell your friends, your neighbors, everybody you see, everybody you know, come. You will enjoy.
And if you need some practice coming to Vernon, you can come this Saturday, the 31st, to Springfield Free Will Baptist Church, benefit barbecue and singing for John Stanford of Kennedy. Food will be served between 4 and 6 p.m. Faithful Friends and the Jeff Long Band will start singing about 6 o'clock. We'll have us a big time. And, Bama's playing Western Kentucky. You don't need to see that. Or record it and watch it when you get home. It'll be over before it gets started good, probably. So
there you go.
I'm prognosticating that right now. So
all right.
Be like Arkansas and Arkansas Pine Bluff playing right now. So. But come and be with us Saturday night at Springfield Free Will Baptist Church at 1474 Springfield Road, or go out of Vernon like you're going toward Columbus on Highway 18 and hang a right where you see the sign to go to the health department. Just keep going. You'll get there eventually. And then on a week from this Sunday, September 8th, at 10:30, Faithful Friends is honored to be at Ethelsville Baptist Church for their 200th anniversary. And Dr. Rick Lance will be there as the guest speaker, and we'll have a morning service and then eat and come back, I believe, and sing some more in the afternoon. So looking forward to that in Ethelsville a week from this Sunday, which will be September 8th.
Well, there you go. And here we are. I'm actually looking forward to a weekend at home this weekend. We had a busier than normal August with Chosen Witness. Did a bunch of singing, and so I'm actually looking forward to being at home this weekend. So
my bunch is coming back home sometime Saturday, so probably about the time they pull up, I'll leave.
There you go.
I'll be back though. But happy birthday, Eli, too, by the way.
Yes.
I don't know if he'll ever see this or not, but Eli Champion is 18 years old today. And there again, that don't seem possible either. But
no.
But anyway, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We'll be back sometime real soon. Don't know exactly when yet. You have to, his people's got to get with my people and work out when we can do it.
And about that, let me say, but wait. There's more.
Wait. Okay, what?
That's all I'll say about that.
Oh, okay.
About the next time we're on here.
Oh, okay. See, now you got me scratching my head. It's like, well, let me literally do it.
Go look at your notes I sent you already.
What?
Go look at your notes I sent you already.
Oh, you're just talking about what we're going to be playing and stuff.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. Okay, yes. I'm slow, but I come around.
Okie dokie.
With that said, thank y'all
Mama.
for joining us tonight. Hey to Mama upstairs. Yes, let's see. And we'll be here sometime next week, more than likely. And we'd love for y'all to stop by and be with us whenever you can. If you didn't watch us live, thank you for dropping by and staying with us this long when you didn't have to. We appreciate that too. We'll see you whenever next time is. Good night.